Chapter 2 of Evangelii Gaudium. Amid the crisis of communal commitment. Introduction, Seeing the World with Missionary Eyes, 50-51. We live in a time where many people can explain what is wrong with the world, but far fewer know how to heal it. Pope Francis reminds us that Christianity is not just about analyzing problems but about discerning them through the Holy Spirit. The question is not simply, what is happening in the world? The deeper question is, where is God working in the middle of these struggles? As missionary disciples, we are called not just to observe reality but to respond to it with faith, courage, and love. Christianity is not meant to be passive observation, it is active transformation. This means seeing good and evil clearly, choosing what leads to God, rejecting what destroys human dignity. Faith is not neutral. Faith is a choice. 1. Some challenges of today's world. A world of progress but also pain, 52. We live in an age of incredible advancement. Technology, medicine, communication, knowledge. Yet at the same time, anxiety is increasing. Violence is rising. Many feel empty. Inequality is growing. We are more connected digitally than ever, but often more disconnected emotionally and spiritually. Pope Francis is showing us a paradox. Humanity has learned how to advance, but not always how to love. Progress without compassion creates a cold world. No to an economy of exclusion, 53-54. One of the strongest messages in this chapter is this. An economy that excludes people is an economy that wounds humanity. When money becomes more important than people, the poor become invisible. The weak become disposable. Compassion disappears. Pope Francis gives a powerful example. Why is it not news when a homeless person dies, but it is news when the stock market drops? Because society has begun to measure value incorrectly. This creates what he calls a throwaway culture. Not just things are thrown away. People are thrown away. The Christian response is simple but challenging. Every human person has dignity, not because of what they produce, but because they are loved by God. No to the new idolatry of money, 55-58. Money itself is not evil. But when money becomes our security, identity, or purpose, it becomes an idol. The danger is not wealth. The danger is worship. Pope Francis reminds us. Money must serve, not rule. When profit becomes the only goal, ethics disappears. People become numbers. The poor become obstacles. Christianity proposes something radical. The human person must always come before profit. True success is not measured by what we accumulate but by what we give. No to inequality that creates violence, 59-60. Violence is not only caused by weapons. It is often born from injustice. When people feel excluded. When they feel forgotten. When they feel they have no future. Conflict grows. Security systems alone cannot fix injustice. The gospel solution is deeper. Justice. Opportunity. Human dignity. Peace is not created by force. Peace is created by fairness. Some cultural challenges, 61-67. The crisis of truth and meaning. Today many people believe, my truth is my truth. But when everyone lives only for personal truth, it becomes difficult to build a common future. Relativism creates confusion. Individualism creates isolation. The Church's role is not to control but to remind humanity. Truth is not a weapon. Truth is a light. The crisis of family and relationships. Pope Francis warns that relationships today are often treated as temporary. Commitment is feared. Sacrifice is avoided. Love is sometimes reduced to feelings. But real love is not just emotion. Real love is a decision. to stay, to forgive, to grow together. The family remains the first place where we learn faith, love, belonging, forgiveness. When families weaken, society weakens. Challenges to enculturating the faith, 68 to 70. Faith must not remain abstract. Faith must enter culture. Not to dominate culture, but to heal it. Pope Francis reminds us that popular faith, devotions, traditions, simple prayers, contains deep wisdom. But faith must always lead to growth, conversion, authentic discipleship. Faith cannot become superstition or routine. True faith always leads us closer to Christ and closer to others. Challenges from urban cultures, 71 to 75. Cities are places of great opportunity but also deep loneliness. People live close physically but far emotionally. Many suffer silently. Addiction, isolation, fear, loss of meaning. Yet Pope Francis gives a beautiful insight. God already lives in the city. Our mission is not to bring God where he is absent. Our mission is to discover where he is already present. Evangelization begins by recognizing God's hidden presence. Christ is already working in hearts before we arrive. 2. Temptations faced by pastoral workers. Gratitude for those who serve the Church, 76. Before speaking about problems, Pope Francis does something very important. He says thank you. This is very significant. Before correcting, he appreciates. Before warning, he encourages. Before pointing out temptations, he recognizes sacrifices. He reminds us that the Church is not defined by scandals, weaknesses, or failures, but by the thousands of hidden acts of love happening every day. He invites us to remember the missionary in difficult places, the catechist teaching children, the priest comforting the dying, the religious caring for the poor, the volunteers serving silently. These are the real heartbeat of the Church Red Heart. Often the world sees only the failures of Christians, but God sees the sacrifices. Pope Francis is telling us something very important. Never let the sins of some make you forget the holiness of many. The Church continues because of people who give their time, give their energy, give their lives. And most of them are never known publicly. Their reward is not recognition. Their reward is Christ. This witness, Pope Francis says, gives him strength personally. And it should also inspire us. Because Christianity grows not through power, but through sacrifice. The need to care for those who serve, 77. After expressing gratitude, Pope Francis speaks about something often ignored. Those who serve others also need healing. Pastoral workers are not machines. They are human beings. They experience fatigue, discouragement, doubts, emotional struggles. Sometimes those who help everyone have nobody helping them. And this is dangerous. Because even good people can become exhausted. Even faithful servants can lose zeal. Even strong believers can feel empty. So Pope Francis says we must create spaces where those who serve can be renewed. Places where they can pray deeply, share struggles honestly, rediscover joy, renew their mission. This is very important spiritually. You cannot give what you do not receive. A burned-out heart cannot set other hearts on fire. Pastoral workers do not only need training. They need renewal, friendship, prayer, encouragement. Even Jesus told his disciples, "Come away and rest for a while." Rest is not lack of commitment. Rest is protection of mission. Because a tired soul cannot evangelize with joy. Yes to the challenge of a missionary spirituality, 78-80. Pope Francis then identifies a subtle temptation. Sometimes pastoral workers begin to see ministry as just a job. Not their identity. Not their calling. Just an activity. When this happens, mission becomes duty. Prayer becomes routine. Service becomes obligation. He points out three dangers. Individualism. Identity crisis. Loss of fervor. When evangelization is no longer seen as who we are but just what we do, passion disappears. Christian mission is not a hobby. It is not a side activity. It is who we are. We are not people who sometimes evangelize. We are evangelizers by identity. When we forget this, joy disappears. No to selfishness and spiritual sloth, 81-83. Another temptation Pope Francis identifies is spiritual laziness. Not physical laziness, but a resistance to giving ourselves fully. Today many people fear commitment because they fear losing comfort. Even in the church, this can happen. We may want faith without sacrifice, service without inconvenience, mission without cost. But love always costs something. Pope Francis also speaks about another problem. Sometimes we are not tired because we do too much. We are tired because we do things without meaning. Work without love exhausts. Work with love energizes. This is why some become discouraged. They lose connection with people. They become focused on plans instead of persons. They become managers instead of shepherds. And then faith slowly becomes what Pope Francis calls gray pragmatism. Everything looks fine outside. But inside, joy fades. Passion fades. Faith becomes mechanical. The solution is not doing less. The solution is rediscovering love. No to sterile pessimism, 84-86. One of the greatest temptations is discouragement. Looking at problems and losing hope. Pope Francis reminds us. Christianity is not based on optimism. It is based on resurrection. Hope is not believing problems do not exist. Hope is believing God is greater than problems. Even when we see darkness. Faith teaches us to look for light. Even when we see failure. Faith teaches us to look for grace. A pessimistic Christian is a contradiction. Because the gospel is good news. Christians are not called to deny suffering. But they are called to bring hope into suffering. Yes to the new relationships brought by Christ, 87-92. Modern society offers connection but often creates loneliness. We communicate more, but encounter less. Technology connects devices. Christ connects hearts. True Christianity is always relational. You cannot follow Jesus alone. Faith grows through community, friendship, service, forgiveness. Pope Francis warns against a spiritual individualism where people want God but not others. But Jesus always connects love of God with love of neighbor. You cannot separate them. To love God is to love people. To avoid people is to avoid the mission. The gospel calls us to risk encounter. Because love always involves risk. No to spiritual worldliness, 93-97. This is one of Pope Francis' strongest warnings. Spiritual worldliness is when religion becomes self-centered. It can look very religious externally, but internally it seeks recognition, influence, importance. It is possible to serve in the church but seek ourselves instead of Christ. This is dangerous because it hides behind good appearances. True spirituality asks, am I doing this for God? Or for myself? Holiness is not about being admired. Holiness is about loving without needing recognition. No to warring among ourselves, 98-101. Nothing damages Christian witness more than division. Jealousy inside the church destroys credibility outside the church. How can we preach forgiveness if we cannot forgive? How can we preach love if we criticize constantly? Pope Francis reminds us. We are on the same boat. We are not competitors. We are collaborators. The church is not a battlefield. It is a family. Unity is not uniformity. Unity is love despite differences. Other ecclesial challenges, 102-109. The mission of the laity. The church is mostly lay people. Yet sometimes they are not sufficiently formed or trusted. The mission of the church is not only inside the church. It is in society. Workplaces. Politics. Education. Culture. The gospel must enter real life. The contribution of women. Pope Francis highlights the importance of women in the church. Not just as helpers, but as contributors to leadership, thinking, and pastoral life. The church needs the gifts of women. Sensitivity. Strength. Wisdom. Faithfulness. Youth, the hope of the church. Young people are not just the future. They are the present. When young people find meaning, they become powerful evangelizers. They seek authenticity, belonging, purpose. The church must listen to them, not just teach them. Final message of Chapter 2. Pope Francis ends with a powerful challenge. Challenges are not reasons to quit. They are reasons to grow. He calls us to be realistic, see problems clearly. Joyful, never lose the gospel joy. Bold, do not become afraid. Hopeful, trust the Holy Spirit. And he repeats his central warning. Do not let anyone steal your joy, your hope, your missionary enthusiasm, your community spirit. Because the greatest danger is not opposition. The greatest danger is losing zeal. And his final call echoes like a mission command. Challenges exist to be overcome.